Hey guys, George of SoundTraxx here. This week, I got a really exciting model in the mail. This is the Rapido SW1200 in the Missouri Pacific paint scheme. As many of you guys know, I model Missouri Pacific, so I've been really excited to see these things. We're going to take you through what it takes to install a TSU-21PNEM8 into this model. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to share with you, Rapido has a lot of fun little things that they've done in their manual. There's some fun jokes, things like that. But one of the things that they've done is in this manual, there's this page here, and it says installing a different brand sound decoder, and the words say don't. Well, that's their way of trying to put a little bit of a joke and a spin on it, because obviously they want to sell more of the sound equipped models because they make more money on it. But you in the end end up losing out because you don't get the SoundTraxx Tsunami2 sound. So we're going to go ahead and show you the process of what it takes to install the decoder into this model. Now, one thing I do want to recommend is do make sure you follow the instructions written here in this manual to take the shell off. It is a very easy process, but you do want to take care to follow the directions correctly. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to turn the locomotive over, and in this screenshot here, you're going to see one little screw that's underneath the cab, and it is between the axles of the truck and the coupler gearbox. Now, you're going to want to get a really fine screwdriver and undo that screw. Set it aside. Next thing, there's two little tabs on either side of the front of the cab, one on the left side and one on the right side. You're going to want to gently press up on those tabs to dislodge them from the frame. Now, you don't have to go any further just yet. The next thing we're going to do is on this model here, as you can see, we're going to simply pull down on the fuel tank and it's going to move out of the way. And that's then going to get you access to the 4 screws under the long hood that are going to allow you to undo and lift the long hood up and out of the way. So as you can see in the insert, you see those 4 little screws. Now, once you remove those screws, then gently lift the cab up out of the way, and then you're going to lift the long hood up out of the way gently. There is a tab at the very front, so you don't want to just randomly pull straight up. You want to pull it up at a slight angle. It'll release that tab and everything will lift up. So now we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to remove these screws and we're going to come back. We're going to do the decoder installation. Okay, so once we've got our cab out of the way and we take our long hood and we move it up out of the way, now you can see where the circuit board lies. And you'll see this 21-pin jumper board or another brand sound decoder plugged into the 21P. Now we're going to take our TSU-21PNEM8. This is going to be for EMD2, and we're going to plug it right into there. So we're going to set that aside for the moment. Now we're just going to simply pull up on this, and this 21-pin jumper board will simply pull out of the way. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our decoder, we're going to go ahead and plug it into place, and that's all we need to do. So now we can take it for a test run. Now once the decoder has been installed, we put it on the track and the sound's going to fire up. Now on this particular model, I've already changed the prime mover from the default to the EMD 567 12-cylinder. So that's that great loping sound that you're hearing. It almost sounds kind of like an Alco. So let's go ahead and run the locomotive forward and backward just a little bit to get the feel for what this is going to sound like. And then we can come to a stop. And we're going to change directions. We're going to go right back to where we were. And you can see we still have our great slow speed control in our Tsunami2 Hyperdrive 2. And we'll go ahead and bring it to a stop. Now you can go through and select the horn. This is a single Chime air horn, and you can do that in CV120 like we've shown you in videos past. But one of the really cool features about this particular locomotive is the class lights. Now, for some reason or another, the Missouri Pacific, when they ordered these SW1200s, had these frog-eye class lights that sat up on the nose. Now, this is something that Mopac modelers would have been wanting for years, because the only way to be able to do this was to scratch build them, and then you're kit bashing it into a model that you're already working on. So the good news is the folks at Rapido have included them, but they've also lit them up. Now, these were wired to the FX8 lighting output. So what I did was I set them to on-off brilliance 1, and then I adjusted CV61. So now when I turn them on, you can see that they're on, but they're dim. They're not bright like a headlight. Now, if I take CV61, just to kind of show you here, and I set it to 255, you can see how much brighter those lights can be. And this is what they look like from the factory. But with SoundTraxx products, you can adjust the brilliance. So again, I'm going to take CV61 and I'm going to adjust it down to a value of 50, which is where we had it before. So you can see that that light is now dim. Now, there's also another couple of cool lights that you can have. One of them are the truck lights that are actually illuminated below the cab. And those are hard to see on camera because they actually cast them with the shield around the light, and so they shine straight down, and so they're kind of hard to see on camera in this angle. I'll show you this still picture here of it in the evening. Now, the other one that's included is also a cab light. Now, they have included this as a cab light, and you can turn on the cab light. Now, again, I've turned this on as a on-off brilliance 1, so I can adjust this also with CV61. Now, the thing is the class lights and the cab light are both going to be at the same brilliance. So when I change CV61, like I did here, now I'm going to set it to 255. You can see that both the class lights and the interior cab lights light up full bright. But because operating at night, which is when a cab light would be used, typically it's going to be a little dimmer than full brilliance. So I've set those to match the same. Now, you can use on-off brilliance 2 as a separate register to control the brilliance of the cab light and the brilliance of the class lights. Now, guys, this is all I've got for you for now. Wanted to show you how easy this installation is. The lights that Rapido has given us, we do have access to be able to control, and want to be able to offer this as a way that you can upgrade your Rapido SW1200s as well. For more information, please visit our website at SoundTraxx.com and be sure to check out our user's guide for all the cool things the Tsunami 2 can do for you.